thought it had started. All right, tonight, in addition to going through all the phases and keeping that quality of longing and of the magnetism that comes when you approach someone or something that you're going to bond with or that you have bonded with. The other thing I would like you to do is keep in mind that you can control the intensity of your dance. And that's not done by speed. So what I would like you to do right now is I'll just start the music going, and I would like you to explore that and see how it feels to increase the intensity, let it drop down, increase the intensity and let it drop down, so that when you're actually dancing, you can say to yourself, I really want to make this very intense. Or you can come out of the silence with the shofar into a gradual intensity that then explodes into the dance when he's finished. We've talked about the stillness of the call of the shofar, but that stillness can be animated with intensity slowly. So you can grow, and then step out into the dance. So have a try at that, okay? This is part one. Okay, stop a minute. What did you use to make it more intense?
I used a little more tension in my muscles.
More tension in your muscles. Yeah, that works very well. What else?
The breath.
Breath. Yeah, definitely. You can control it with your breath and it doesn't change the speed a bit. What else?
I listened more.
I'm sorry?
I listened more, deeper. I listened deeper.
You listen deeper. I know exactly what you mean, but that's a little cryptic for, what else?
I was thinking of internal movement.
Yes.
Like my movement was in my thought. Not that I wasn't moving, but you know, it was inside my head more, trying to start it there. And
Yes, when you start it there and let it come out through the body, then you get a very gradual, very smooth kind of transition. But not one of you used your faces. And yet, that's probably the thing you use most to express intensity. So let me encourage you that your facial expression can add a great deal to the measure of intensity you are doing, both the facial expression and the position of the head. Okay, so let's do one more little bit. try all these things. You can go from one to the other, and then you'll be able to see on the video what worked and what didn't for you. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Good, everybody. Good, Kendra. Good, Charles. Good, all of them. It's you and God. Well, this is very nice. Don't let speed come into it. Don't accelerate. Good. Very good, guys. And just keep that as a color in your paint box. You don't always have to come out of the silence into intensity, or you may if you want, but be aware of what you're doing and shape it. Bring the audience with you. It's good, good work. Yeah, very good. Any questions or discussion? Some of you are still in the dance and it's gorgeous. When you do this, your investment gets pretty strong. And as you go further and further out, linking yourself to more and more other entities, that kind of intensity will carry you so that that connection becomes clear. It's very good. Okay. So apart from the things we've practiced all along, we're going to keep that intensity and also keep the longing, the wish for oneness with each of the ones you're invoking. So your wish for oneness with God and the feeling you get when you have it, your wish for oneness with the people close to you, same for the people who are a part of your national or your ethnic identity. And finally, if you can do it and you're awfully close to it, a link to everything on the earth. We're getting touches of that, and it's really exciting when it happens. So you can picture it in your head, you can feel it in your core, do it any way you want to. But that, if that kind of growth at the end, ending in the silent drum, is really strong. Yeah, nice work, folks. Okay, we're going to take it straight through. Your back is to the audience. And here we go. Allow yourself to reach it. Feel that connection. Long for that connection. Embrace it. Good. Allow your face to change. Very good. Best yet, guys. Awakening to God. Excellent, you see lights. myself to God. There's so many parts to this. Grace. Your apology to God. Accepting gift. Really beautiful. This is the only part of the dance where you're alone with God. Be aware of your intensity. Begin the longing, the yearning for the others. As you feel the connection, let the joy run through you. Remember, you'll be touching other people when you're actually in the space. You'll have more opportunity. Beautiful, Kendra. Beautiful, Charles. Beautiful, everybody. Your movement is getting more and more charged with electricity. Really. Be able to give your weight to someone else, take it back. Become more and more deeply aware of it. Remember the image of the growing bubble around you. To increase your range. People you are with. And they grow and they move with you. The intensity and the longing reach out together. Be careful now, you don't want to go fast. together. Right. You feel the intensity building. That's good. Don't forget you have a faith. Down into stillness and gradually building, knowing that you're opening out beyond the people you love, the people who share your national or ethnic identity. It's a gradual process. You're being called. By all those you've already made your awakening with, and gradually by seas of people. Even Buddha. You're awakening to them, building bonds, connection. making sure that you're adding a whole element to the dance. Good. You draw strength from these people and you give them the good, using the whole body. Okay, getting ready for the final one in which you connect to everything on the earth. Take your time for that to open. Everything large, small. Around, breathe together. boom, 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 boom. And take your bow. Okay. Some of that was amazing, really amazing. Some of the energy got lost during the last part, and that's the one that's going to need the most. So I think it's a matter of visualization. You can even just see ribbons of light coming off you and onto others, and all that expanding, going to birds and rocks and people and animals and plants, so that you can't move without affecting something else, and it can't move without affecting you. I think we will spend most of the last rehearsal online on Tuesday on that last section, because the rest of it looks fabulous. It really looks fabulous. Different ones of you picked up on different things, and it worked. And I think when you're in the space and moving around together, it will work even better. Any questions or things you'd like to bring up? Tired? Yeah. It's an energy work, you know, it really is. But when you have an audience, then the gifts go back and forth as well as among you. And that will be, I think, really gorgeous. Yeah, Terry.
If we're tired after 1 hour, how are we going to do 7 hours of rehearsals? I don't know
First of all, as I told you, Terry, in the email, there's going to be a lunch period of an hour and a half,
It's
breaking
a
them up
long
into
day,
two.
though. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I really
Okay,
don't.
as I told you before, if you're too tired to dance part of it, sit and watch it. But you need to be there, because this is all we've got to work in the space. It's a very, very small amount of time to rehearse physically in the space for the first time. Yeah. No, you're not going to dance for 7 continuous hours. Of course you're not. And things will come and go, and you will have the drums and all the other things to energize you. But you will, if you can't do a 3-hour rehearsal, then in the future you might want to just stick to the virtual rehearsals. Because when we do live stuff, it has to be long enough to set it in a very short number of days. You only have 3 days. It's not enough, but it will work, I think, because of all we've done in preparation. But I don't want you to hurt yourself. And if you start to feel as though you're overextended, sit down and watch, and then come back in when you can. Anything else? Tony, I'm thinking maybe an hour and a half at lunch, because they're going to have to find places and eat and take a break. Does that sound good?
Yeah,
So
yeah, that sounds good.
something like 10 to 12, and then 12 to 1:30, or 10 to 12:30 and 12:30 to 2, and then the afternoon one, so that we break it up.
We'll break it up.
Yeah. I didn't see any drop in your energy during the last part. What I saw was a drop in your investment in connection. It's a lot to do to maintain this one concept of reaching out, awakening, and connecting, and then adding more and more to it. So that's what I would like to address next time.
I think it's really, for me, I'm talking about me not right now, when you don't have that other end, the energy of the people in the room with you, it's, you know, it's it's difficult. It really has to come from in here because
Right. So for me, that means that what you're doing now is such great preparation because you've done it without the addition of that connection. So when you go into that connection, you should be going in with all this in your heart and guts and head and what have you. And then it'll meld, I hope, with Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, that just at the beginning of Sunday, the whole thing will come together in one chemical combination.
and as some of us who were there rehearsing before, as people walked in, it brought for me, it brought the energy up. And,
Yes.
you know, because you can feel them, and some of them were intense, some of them were just walking around, but that helped. So it'll help during the rehearsals as well.
Yeah, that lights up the connection. Just even strangers walking through and doing nothing. This is all about reaching out, and you'll feel that click. And that does feed you. You all looked very, very, very good. In some moments you looked amazing. I hope that you'll watch the video because there were moments there, Terry, there was a moment where you were going over backwards almost in the first part. And at the same time, Kendra in her square was sinking down to her knees, and it was ravishing. It was so beautiful. So when that actually comes together, not just kind of together because you can see it, but really together because you're in the same space, I think we're going to get something we never got before. This is a piece I hope we will be able to do in the future, over and over, deepening it more and putting in whatever is going on in the world into it.
Are we having eye contact with other people who see each other and then we respond to what we see?
You can. Yeah, I sure would. It may come from eye contact. It may come from the body language. It may come from just the heart. Or someone may come up to you and pour energy on you. And then you wake up to that and it changes the dance. The dance itself isn't a demonstration or a story. It's the real deal. We really are awakening to each other. And if that can be genuine, then you never know what will happen, except it will be good. And what I really want from these rehearsals, and we've gotten it, is the expression of that in movement, so that you're not thinking and then moving, but it's all going through you in one process. And that's happened. That's happened. And I do not want anyone hurting yourself. Okay? I'm putting you each in charge of your own bodies. Any other questions, problems? Canadians, are you okay with everything you need to cross the border and so on? You got the letters.
Got
Yeah.
the letter, thank you.
Yeah, I just mentioned that at the
No.
beginning. They went ahead and did it.
Yeah, you want to come by? I'd love to say hello. I guess so. One is forget her name.
Elizabeth, you should mute. Thank you. I was trying to figure out where that was coming from. All right. You're also, I think, going to be very comfortable in the costumes. They really float around you. And that's pleasurable and inspiring. Anything else, guys?
I hope it's warmer than it is now.
Why?
Because it's really cold. I've got a blanket here. I'm freezing in my
I
apartment.
know, honey, but St. Paul's is not cold.
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking sleeveless, you know?
Yeah, it is, but also I think you generate a lot of heat when you get into the stance and the other people are
Or
in.
contact.
Where are you in New
Contact.
York City?
What,
Yeah.
honey?
Yeah, me too, and it is freezing.
It's cold
Yeah.
here too, don't worry.
Um,
The dance, I think, definitely
Help.
makes it when you're
if
getting
you are from Ottawa, don't talk to me about it being freezing here.
cold.
All right, my loves, thank you very, very much. We have one virtual rehearsal left on Tuesday, and I'm hoping everybody will be here. We'll do the whole thing with everything we've talked about. Questions? Okay. Sheila, did you have something?
No, I was just. Sure.
Good night, honeys. Take
Night.
care.
Night, everyone.
Love you.